Even though we do our absolute best to think of everything before we release a product, you guys sometimes have questions which do catch us off guard. So can you use the D handle bar to connect two dual cables on a dual cable machine? So you might want to do this if you've got like a home gym and you've maxed out one of the stacks. So whilst we didn't design this for this particular reason, it's really quite cool to say that the 30-inch D handle bar is capable of connecting two dual cable stacks. So if you've got something like a lat pull down, or if you've got something like a seated cable row here and you're maxing them out, you can use the 30-inch D handle bar range to connect both cable stacks. And then as well, you've also got the added benefit of doing everything else with the D handle bar. We call it the most versatile cable attachment in the world, and for good reason. So the model I've got here is the 30-inch Pro D handle bar. So if you go on the website, you'll see that we have both Pro and Lite version. The difference is mainly that the Pro goes through more finishing processes. It's 10mm thick rather than 8mm thick, so it is a bit stronger. So we rate the Pro range to 150 kilos and the Lite range to 100 kilos. So that tricep extension there, I think, is probably one of the best tricep extensions you're going to be able to find. Get two single ropes, which are also sold on the website, and you add them to the width that you need, and then you've got a fantastic tricep variation which allows you to line up the shoulder, elbow and wrist and really focus on contracting the triceps hard in the shortened position. If you've got battered elbows from doing years of straight bar tricep pushdowns, this tricep variation should be extremely comfortable. An alternative variation would be to swap out the single ropes for D handles like so, and then you can do it with a pronated grip, which just allows you to probably output that a little bit harder. And then I don't know about you, but things like lat pullovers with those traditional short tricep ropes are always a bit uncomfortable for me because I find myself all internally rotated. But with that same setup on the D handle bar, where you've got two fabric D handles attached, you can get a really nice lat pullover variation where you can keep the shoulder and elbow nice and wide as opposed to being internally rotated. And then finally, another fantastic bicep curl variation with the same setup. Get it to the bottom of the cable stack, and then you've got a really nice bicep variation which allows you to supinate and pronate and just focus on contracting the bicep. Again, if you've got elbow pain, this should be very, very comfortable. So check out the D handlebars online, guys. They're absolutely sick. You'll love it.